At Kroger, 29 cents every day. 29 cents every day. 14 cents plus deposit every day. 37 cents every day. 19 cents every day. 25 cents every day.
These are just a few of Kroger's hundreds of everyday low super cost cutter prices. Super cost cutters can save you up to 40% over the other brands of pantry staples Kroger carries. Get super cost cutters at Kroger.
WPBN TV Traverse City and WTOM TV Sheboygan.
For some reason, it always irks me to know that 7 and 4 up in Traverse City had probably the worst logo of any NBC affiliate in America in 1980. You know. Hello everyone, 'tis I, your old pal King Chuck, and welcome to my video on Cherryland Center. It used to be Cherryland Mall way back in the day, and now it's in, it is a power center, as they say in the business. Cherryland Center opened up as Cherryland Mall way back in 1976. It was developed by the Showstack brothers, and originally it had Sears, JCPenney's, and Prangies, which of course became Yonkers, and we are heading towards what used to be Kmart. Oh, by the way, and Kroger, the aforementioned Kroger, where way back in the day, you can buy a loaf of bread for 29 cents. Aw. I think it's $1 now at Meijer. Well, anyway, well, this past year was a tough year for Cherryland. All three of the big department stores, Sears, Kmart, and Yonkers, all called it a day in Traverse City, and all three buildings are still abandoned. Now, as you could tell by the parking lot, it wouldn't hurt to be repaved. You know, this whole mall, it's amazing that it's been a power center now for 20 years. Half of the mall was torn down. And what do you know? Hey, that sign right there says that Sears, Yonkers, and Kmart are still there. Ah! By the way, if you're just curious, that's my phone. Yes, I had the Super Mario coin sound effect on the phone, and it bothered my mom. Because now her pet parrot can actually make that sound effect. Well, since the three big department stores closed, more stores have left and abandoned Cherryland, including the government, Republican headquarters for Grand Traverse County, which is a good thing because, as in my last video, which I shot on my cell phone, I lovingly referred to them as a-holes, which is true, unfortunately. And some woman complained. And I'm like, you know, that's one of the biggest problems I see with Traverse City. A lot of Republicans here and there. And they're part of the and I hate to say it, but it's true. Republicans are part of the reason why malls are failing. And even power centers. It's because when you don't have money, when the rent's too damn high, you're not going to go out and do much. It's the way it is. Well, this whole Yonkers corridor it looks like it only has one store, which is Leathers by David, which sells, what else? Leather jackets, leather everything. There's even a sign that says Leathers by David is open. Wow, isn't that nice? I decided to take a walk up to the shadowy remains of Yonkers, and well, the cosmetics cabinet's still up. Yeah, and otherwise it's, I think there's more seagulls around the area than there are people. Oh my God. But anyway, but this has turned into one ginormous ghost town. And, you know, It's amazing that this became a power center because of Grand Traverse Mall up the street, and the show stacks tried to stop um, Grand Traverse Mall from being built, and they obviously failed. And so what happened was they decided, okay, we lost a lot of stores. It was a ghost town. Cherryland Mall was a ghost town by the late 1990s. I mean, there are still a few stores here and there, like Plato's Closet to your right, and Leathers by David, whoop-de-doo. But, oh yeah, there's a hockey store to your right as well. To your left, where the parking lot sits right now, used to be mall. But Joe Stacks, from what I understand, used to own a ton of very successful malls back in the day, and they've long since sold them off or lost them, in this case to Cherryland. In Cherryland's case, to they actually went through foreclosure. It was actually foreclosed by a bank. That Big Lots was the former Kroger, by the way, which became Hamady, then Tom's, and in 1986. Yeah, Tom's in 1986. And Tom's moved out a few years ago, and now we look into the former Sears. Nothing doing. But the rest of the story kind of goes like this. It switched hands a couple of times since. It was most recently owned by a company called Durga LLC, and apparently it was sold again. This time, according to the Traverse City Record Eagle, it is owned by a company called McKinley again, so it's kind of hard to tell who owns what. I know the Kmart, if you looked at the sign of the door, it still says Show Stack on there. So it's like, I hear there's like 3 different companies now that now own Cherryland. But the question is, what will the mall's future look like? What will happen to Yonkers? What will happen to Sears? What will happen to Kmart? It was supposed to become a U-Haul dealership not too long ago, but that never came up into fruition, as we all know. So, as a result, it's a good question. And, you think about all the retailers that are out there, and there's even retailers in Gaylord, which is 50 miles east of Traverse City and is considered a Traverse City market area. And, there's the shoe department. There's, that town even has a Five Guys. Why not Traverse City? That's a good question. Well, that's it for my video for Cherryland for right now. God only knows what will happen in the near future. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you again later.